Well, that was one more week in the transformation office. It's again been a very, very interesting week. We've learned a lot. We've actually done a lot. We made a lot of decisions that have moved the projects ahead at speed. So again, yeah, I'm tired, and again, I'm happy because we have proven the effectiveness of the transformation office. And I think that's what I would like to talk about today, to talk about the role of a transformation office. When we are thinking and talking about transformation offices or digital transformation, it's always all the interesting things, the digital first, the automation, robots, chatbots, virtual services, and all these things that we're thinking about and that really excites us, because it's typically the things that you can show the outside world. Look, we now have our own chat GPT version running our chatbot and so forth, which is indeed very interesting and relevant. However, it's also important to understand how a transformation office is coming to be. A transformation office is built to transform the company, obviously. But one very important thing that I'm not claiming that companies are forgetting it, but maybe doesn't pay enough attention to, is who is going to do the transformation. It's fine we have a transformation office with a few skilled people who understand how to run a transformation, but a transformation cannot run without people. In many cases, when you see transformation projects or transformation programs being started, they're being started with a lot of ambition, a lot of support, and a lot of money. So here are money, let's go do some transformation. We just tend to forget who is it that have to do this transformation. And that's people. Well, that's easy because now we have money, we just hire some people or some consultants to come do the transformation for us. But that's not the case, and that's not possible. You need the business experts, you need the business capabilities, you need the business savvy people within the teams, within the business units to run the transformation with you. And typically, yes, the transformation office comes with a budget to get things done, but companies tend to not overlook, but not give enough attention to the fact that you also need people to spend the money. And by that I mean you need people to actively participate and run the projects. And these people in the organization today, they are all fully booked. They are fully booked with business as usual activities. They are all fully booked with existing projects that are running that has to be delivered. So you can't just expect to come and say, oh, by the way, now you have to do these projects as well. So the very first and important task of the transformation office is to establish a complete project portfolio overview. What's going on in the business? What's going on in the company? And then, together with the teams, prioritize and understand what projects are important now, what projects can wait, and what projects can we stop. Because in the light of the transformation, in the light of our future strategy, these projects are no longer necessary or relevant. Then you can start freeing up the skilled people you need to help you run the transformation office successfully, to spend the money, so to speak. And that is where I see many companies, they don't think the whole idea through, because you can't just add more tasks to existing people. A vital part of the transformation office is therefore, as I said, to get this overview of running projects, to understand how does the new projects fit into the portfolio. Because remember, transformation, whether it's business transformation, digital transformation, is all about setting up a series of projects that one by one works towards changing the organization. There's nothing magic in this. It is simply just a string of projects that move the transformation towards the intended targets. Most likely you will have to start with some foundational transformational projects, which is getting your technology architecture in place, making sure that you have the relevant connectivity for digital projects, making sure that all the foundational organizational elements are in place. One of the things could be setting up a proper organizational change management function that simply makes sure that when your transformation projects are ready to be launched or implemented, then the organization has been taking along the ride all the way, so they're ready to accept the new change, they're motivated to work in the new way, and they understand why it's so important. When you have those foundational projects in place. Then you can start looking at the more sexy or interesting projects like the digital customer journeys that the world can see, the way you want to use chatbots, the way you want to automate things to make your jobs easier, to make your customers' journeys easier. But it can be difficult if you don't focus on the transformational projects, the foundational projects in the very beginning of your work. And the transformation office have to take all these things into consideration. Obviously, you have some targets you have to deliver on, but you also have to make sure that you're building a proper foundation for your company to be able to deliver on these targets, not only now, but also in the future. Because otherwise, you'll shoot yourself in the foot. You'll end up with a lot of projects right now that works, but next year when you want to change them, they don't work anymore. Or you have to redo everything because you did things in the wrong way in the beginning. This is a huge coordination task, and this is one of the primary objectives of a transformation office. It is get an overview of the projects, make sure that you have all the transformational projects in place, that you have the resources to execute them, and of course you have the organization's motivation and involvement in adopting them once they are ready. Many tasks, and the best way of getting started is taking the first step. Good luck, and thanks for listening. Bye.